Welcome everyone! In this video, we are in the Ultra League, showcasing another very powerful team featuring Greninja! Greninja, Ultra League for sure, 100% is Greninja's league. That is where it's best suited. It will be the closer on this team, along with Poliwrath, which we see flexing away here on the screen. Poliwrath in the back to draw out any potential electric types or charmers, so that Skuntank can come back in, take them out, clearing the way for Greninja to perhaps sweep the endgame, preferably with a shield advantage. I was inspired to run this team comp by one of my Discord members, Nick Trigga. Only difference is instead of Skuntank, he had a Kanto Muck, which I am not opposed to, but just built this Skuntank, and we are in on this Poliwrath here. Kanto Muck would have done a lot better on this matchup, so we are forced to catch the Scald onto our own Poliwrath here. Had to make that catch as Skuntank struggles up against Poliwrath. The only meaningful damage that you were doing is the fast move pressure, and Poliwrath kind of core breaks his team a bit. They return the favor and catch our Scald onto a Skuntank of their own. So very interesting team. This is playing out very interestingly. They allow us to get to this Scald, and it will be doing some significant damage to this opposing Skuntank, and they shield, knowing that would be doing quite a bit. They poison jab down. We hit our move to trigger the CMP tie, which we lose. Unfortunate for us, but we're going to let this go. The shielding priority is generally going to go to, of course, Greninja on this team, firing a flamethrower of our own, taking out the opposing Skuntank. We now have a shield advantage, but this Poliwrath is far too healthy to let the Skuntank go. No, we cannot have that happen. We got to get some more damage in on this Poliwrath here. It is too healthy. The counter damage is going to be too oppressive on our Greninja, so we do shield and going to look to get off the resisted crunch. The Poliwrath hangs on, and we simultaneously KO, or it's a simul KO. My goodness, I struggle with that phrase quite a bit. I bet many of you find it quite funny, but here we are. Alolan Sandslash in its shadow form, grabbing an early shield. That would have been a pretty safe bait. But we do get the shield advantage in the process here. Gonna let this drill run go as we are resisting this fast move pressure, and they cannot farm down. They're gonna have to throw another move, and we will just outpace. Going for this Hydro Cannon. It does not KO, but we only need one more move here to bring this home with Greninja. My goodness. I love this thing in the Ultra League. This is 100% where it belongs. We make it to the move. It doesn't matter which move we throw, because either way, we're saying bye-bye to the A-Slash. Courtesy of Greninja, doing what it does best. That is, close the game strong. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Yeah, I recently built this Skuntank, and I thought, why not accomplish 2 tasks in one video here? I've been itching to try this thing for a while, but we had a nightmare lead. We are staring at a Shadow A-Slash. That is a horrible lead for Skuntank, so we actually safe swap Greninja. Although it is the dedicated closer on this team, it also functions as a very solid safe swap in the Ultra League. And we are punished for being overly committed to good fast move timing. I would really have rather have gotten some damage on that thing or pressure to shield. But because we were so committed to proper timing, we allowed them to slip out of there into a Tapu Fini, which is one of the hardest walls to Greninja in the entire meta. So at this point, I'm going to fully commit to controlling the alignment here. Gonna shield this, go down 2 shields very early on, but I'm confident that if we can maintain alignment, I'm thinking we're gonna do just fine, because that A-Slash can do nothing to our Poliwrath. So if we can get that locked onto the A-Slash, I think we are gonna be in a good spot, and we are now staring at a Galarian Weezing. Just gonna let her rip with these Hydro Cannons with proper timing, of course. And if they throw a brutal swing, guys, we will survive. Ultra League Greninja is a totally different animal. That added bulk really does come in clutch more often than not, allowing us to put the pressure on this Galarian Weezing, getting some massive damage in with a Hydro Cannon and grabbing a shield. What more could you ask for? 2 shield and Greninja seem to have been the play because our Skuntank can handle this Weezing no problem. They are running Poliwrath. That does quite a bit of damage, but it does not matter because this A-Slash is absolutely helpless up against this Poliwrath. They can throw Drill Run all they want. Poliwrath, about as tanky as it gets, we counter down, leaving this matchup with loaded energy. They are in Ice Punch range, and yeah, it's not trending in the right direction. Ice Punch will KO, and they do let it go, realizing that it is not going to happen for that poor Galarian Weezing. Poliwrath taking it in the end. Good game, well played. Oh, the team was putting in work, and in case you're wondering, Greninja, a solid investment, and as well as Skuntank, also a very solid investment. Here we go. For reasons like this, got a nice shiny Virizion lead here. Almost said Greninja. They go for a Sacred Sword here, and I'm going to be patient, expecting a catch. They tried that onto a Walrein. Our patience paid off. We leave that matchup with energy and health, and we now have our Poliwrath on this Walrein here. We tank a Earthquake, no problem. Like I said, Poliwrath, quite bulky, quite nice in the Ultra League, and I was not sure who won CMP tie. I had a sneaking suspicion that we do not win the CMP tie, so we throw one before, and one counter takes out that Walrein, playing it safe, not trying to play to a CMP tie that I do not win, having to go down shields. And they come back in with the Virizion, and because of our overfarm, we've got an Ice Punch to threaten this Virizion. They do let it go, as they do survive, and they're going to have to throw a move or risk losing this Virizion here, and that is exactly what they do. They showed a Sacred Sword, and they're running Leaf Blade. It makes a lot of sense on the lead for Virizion, and they've got a Greninja of their own in the back. Theirs is a beautiful shiny Greninja as opposed to our non-shiny, but it is what it is, and we're going to go for a Hydro Cannon here. Theirs does quite a bit. I hadn't looked up the matchups, and I was not anticipating that it would be doing that much resisted damage. Holy smokes. And they do shield up our Hydro Cannon. So what we need to do to pull this one off is get some damage in on this opposing Greninja here and perhaps grab shields. Because I know if we can get this within a reasonable range, a resisted crunch plus the poison jabs should just about be enough to get this spammy little shiny Greninja here out of here, and we'll be able to handle that Virizion as well. So we pivot back into our Skuntank. We've got loaded energy because of our patience from earlier. The crunch does not KO. They will make it to another Hydro Cannon, but we shield this. And I have to anticipate them immediately pivoting into that Virizion. So we immediately hit the move, expecting that. They have no shields. We're saying bye-bye to the Virizion, and we're jabbing down the opposing Greninja to take the game. Holy smokes, that one got a little close, but we got it done in the end. Good game, well played to them. Greninja, an excellent addition to the Ultra League meta. It is meta 100%. And here we go, another Virizion lead. You'd love to see it if you run a Poison Jabber such as Skuntank. They're going to go for a Sacred Sword, I would presume here. And we are going to continue to farm and look to get off a Flamethrower. So, yeah, I do like Flamethrower in this meta. It really does help out with the steel and grass coverage. Or I should say, not grass, Virizion coverage. As it does resist our crunch. But Sludge Bomb would be fine for that as well. And they're putting up a fight here, which means that they are likely core broken by our Skuntank. We're picking up on that. Gonna throw this resisted crunch just to get what damage we can in and catch the Sacred Sword onto our Poliwrath. Had to make that catch. We preserve quite a bit of health on our Skuntank, reading that they are core broken, and they are. We draw out a Jellicent. So that's one of the downsides to safe swapping Poliwrath, but it can put in the work. It just hangs in there, and you do get that chance to lower the attack, which we do get here, which makes this matchup a bit nicer. We're taking less damage, obviously. And we are just going to look to build up and throw with proper timing here. And of course, this would not KO, but another attack drop would be very much welcomed. No such luck there, and that is okay. They're going to throw a move here. Surf should just about get the job done, but it looks like they undercharge the Surf. We're going to take advantage of that. Save that Poliwrath. They throw in the Virizion to get farmed down with a resisted water shuriken. Oh my gosh. Shuriken, my goodness. I'm working on my pronunciation there, and we can see why they were thinking so very long and hard. They've got a Steelix lurking in the bag, and this is looking really good for Greninja. It is eating good tonight in the Ultra League. Holy smokes. About to pop off. We let that Psychic Fangs go. That's not going to cut it. That's double resisted, and we are just going to bait with a Night Slash. That's all we need to get rid of this Steelix. They shield, but it does not matter because we are absolutely loaded. About as spammy as it gets in the Ultra League. We are saying bye-bye to the Steelix, and we've got another Night Slash locked and loaded for the Jellicent with no shields. We're saying bye-bye to that as well. Holy smokes. I did not expect that to KO, but Greninja hits like a truck. Good game, well played. Yeah, and I think it goes without mentioning that if you don't have an XL Skuntank, you can certainly run a Alolan Muk or Kanto Muk. And here we go. Awful lead coming in the form of Swampert. We actually safe swap Greninja, as I mentioned. Greninja, not only an excellent closer, also a very solid safe swap option. Gonna go for this Hydro Cannon. They do let that go as they do survive. And now I'm going to make a call here. It's not the best call to make as they do go right for that Earthquake. That was an insane play, especially knowing that 9 out of 10 Greninja trainers would shield there. And they go right for it as they take us out with a Samurott. And this was very interesting to see. So gonna bring in Poliwrath, as Poliwrath is one of the best answers to a Samurott. We are resisting these Fury Cutters with our fighting typing, and we hardwall the charge moves. But they hardwall our charge moves as well. The difference is, of course, we've got counter, and they are absolutely shredding through this shiny Samurott here. All we need is an Ice Punch to get this one done. They shield, wanting to get off another Hydro Cannon. And I do believe we let this go. At this point, I'm thinking this is some sort of triple water line. They throw the Swampert back in to meet its fate, coming in the form of a Scald. I think an Ice Punch plus a counter down would have been ideal there, but the Swampert's gone. That's a major obstacle out of the way for our fully healthy Skuntank, and it is a triple water line. Walrein lurking in the back here. Gonna just look to get off a Scald, hoping for a debuff here. That's why we threw that. No debuff, but that's fine. The chip damage will help us get this thing out of here more efficiently. They are at an EQ. They threw EQ on a Greninja, so no telling what they're cooking up in their game plan over there. So we do shield out of caution. They bait us successfully. Gonna shield this one. That has to be the EQ, and it is. We have to be careful of a catch. We're over farming to 100. They read that and make the catch. Anyways, we're gonna no bubble this to get some more farm out of the deal. One poison jab. We'll take it. And this is just about 90 nights. Sleep tight. We don't even need to throw a move. The Wally goes down. That's going to be yet another good game. Well played. Oh, Greninja feels really nice in the Ultra League, guys. This is 100% where it belongs. And here we go. Another positive Virizion lead. They make a play in the Walrein, and we had a solid answer for Walrein in the back. It's a lot closer if you're not running Dynamic Punch, but these counters absolutely put in work. And they bait us with an Icicle Spear. There's no way we're shielding an Earthquake from full health. Just not going to happen. Poliwrath too tanky. Not going to happen. Going for the Scald here. Debuff would be nice, and we do get that very clutch debuff there. And this wall raid is just about done. They're just going to go straight Icicle Spear from here on out. And we're going to leave this healthy and with energy, which is never a bad thing in Pokemon Go Battle League. They bring back in the Virizion, which leads me to believe that they should be running Leaf Blade, especially on the lead. And we throw an alignment there just to get off these back-to-back ice punches, as most trainers expect you to throw one and then the move. So we wanted to get that damage off, because if you leave Virizion a little too healthy, that thing can absolutely put in the work. So they are at back-to-back. And I bring in our Skuntank, of course, to absorb this damage. As with the poison typing, only hits for neutral. And they've got an Aurorus in the back. So this team looks awfully familiar, especially if you tune into this channel regularly. This is one of my favorite Ultra League teams that I have featured many times on this channel. Unfortunately, they just ran into the wrong team on our end here. We do successfully shield up their Meteor Beam, and they successfully call our Night/Bait. So puts us in an awkward spot where we're just forced to continue to bait to get those shields down in order to land the Hydro Cannon. Should have just gone for it, but it made perfect sense to shield there as Virizion's hanging on by a thread, and they have to keep this Aurorus healthy, but it's a moot point. In case you're wondering, you can go straight Night Slash on Aurorus and get the job done. It doesn't quite KO because we didn't get the boost, but we get it there. And this is all but over. That water shuriken will take them out, and the Virizion has no health. That's going to be yet another good game. Well played. Definitely one of the better Greninja teams you guys can run in the Ultra League. And here we go. Poliwrath, not a good lead. They hard wall our charge moves. So what we're going to look to do here is catch the Scald. Should definitely be a Scald on our own Poliwrath here. Really hoping they don't debuff us here, but they do. That is just our luck in Go Battle League. So now we're at a disadvantage here. We're just going to play out the zeros and go straight Scald in this matchup. That is what you do in the mirror. And hoping that we can return the favor with an attack drop of our own here. That would really help us out, but no such luck. And yeah, I do believe we are in Ice Punch range here. As tanky as we are, this will KO, but we really needed to get this thing low. Not sure why they stayed in there. Yeah, we're going to let this go. This, whatever it is, we do survive, and we're just going to look to farm this thing down and really load up on energy. They've got a Gliscor in the back, so we are going to pressure some health or a shield with a flamethrower. That's going to do more raw damage, and now it's Greninja time. They have to go for an Earthquake, and we thoroughly outpace them to these massively super effective Hydro Cannons here. This should grab a shield for sure. And this is where it gets really tricky with a Pokemon as squishy as Greninja. You just never know what they're going to do. And of course, they bait us. That is never a good thing for us. But we're now going to go for a Night Slash here. That's all we need to get rid of this Gliscor. And it does cost less energy. And we will expend the final shield here. It's another bait. Holy smokes. And now we can just farm down. This is just another Night Slash here, which we do survive quite comfortably. It's really the wing attack damage that has been putting in work on us. And oh, they got a Reggie in the back. Oh, this is getting a little nerve-wracking, but it's a good thing that we've got a nice over-farm way ahead on energy here. And as squishy as we are, they can't farm down. They're going to have to throw a move, so we're just going to stay in and force them to throw. All the while, these neutral Hydro Cannons with Stab are really adding up on the very tanky Registeel. Look at Greninja putting in the work here. Oh my goodness, this thing is so clutch. I'm so happy to have it injected into the Ultra League meta, and they realize they are not farming down. They have to throw this move here. And we have loaded energy. I think we could have gotten this farm down, but we panic and we throw the more expensive move. Holy smokes. Shields down with Greninja will make you make those types of poor decisions at times, but it's over. Yeah, yeah. Everything else was hanging on by a thread. We do take that one in the end. Good game, well played. And again, I'm running this XL Skuntank because I just recently built it. But if you don't have one, you can run a Alolan Muck or Kanto Muck in its place. And here we go. Ampharos. So this is a very annoying lead because Ampharos leads are generally completely core broken by a dark poison type like Skuntank. It's annoying because you have to stay in. You cannot swap out on this matchup, at least when the Ampharos is this healthy. And we do let their Thunder Punch go, calling that successfully. Most of them are not running the Focus Blast, as that is no longer the recommended move. And they've got a double in the back, so we've got a solid answer to this. We will easily clap this double, no problem, with our Poliwrath. Not likely that they are running Wild Charge and the open Ultra League meta. And we're going to fire off the Scald here, of course, and we should just farm this thing all the way down, especially now with that attack drop, which is what we do. This is just another Body Slam here. Payback, of course, would be resisted, and the double goes down. Gonna go for the Ice Punch. This is a Shadow, so Ice Punch will do some meaningful damage on this Ampharos here, and I don't presume they would have allowed us to get to a Scald, and these Shadow Volt switches really shred. So we have to let this go. We should be able to Water Shuriken that thing down, but it has a move. So they throw Cresselia in here to get our shields down, and this is essentially over. So if you see what I mean, yeah, they're kind of... They've got something that is weak to your Skuntank in the back. This one coming in the form of Cresselia. And this is basically over. We should top left because that Ampharos does have a move. All this Cresselia has to do is get our final shield, and their switch timer will be up very soon here. I don't know. We're just trying our best here. What we needed was an additional shield in this scenario to get this one done. It would have been a whole complete different story if we had that shield. But yeah, just not meant to be. Their switch timer should be up, and they do have that Thunder Punch loaded for us. Unfortunate. Very frustrating and annoying matchup. Something about Ampharos just annoys me. I don't know what it is. I think it's the bobbing side to side that really annoys the heck out of me, but I digress. You can't win them all. Good game, well played to them. That is the team, my friends. This is a very powerful team for Greninja, in my humble opinion. The poison type on the lead protects the back two from the Charmers, and the back two just put in work in the Ultra League. They have excellent coverage all across the entire Ultra League meta. Very strong team. If you don't have the Skuntank, you can run Alolan Muck or Kanto Muck in its place. But guys, I had a blast. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching, and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.